the lights of the city at night. Strings of lights suspended star-like along the quays and frameworks of bridges. Odd, dull red warning lights pulsing on the tops of tower blocks and TV transmitters. The man at the telephone. His lowered voice, his troubled glances.
Anne wakes up in the solid walnut bed. Hears his faint male voice in the adjoining room. The exquisite Louis XIV clock beside her chimes 3 by means of a tiny, naked gilt shepherd striking a tiny, golden bell held between the teeth of an enameled wolf. No doubt a reference to an ancient myth well known to the 17th century French nobility, but now totally erased from human consciousness.
Ting! 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 3 a.m. Anne wakes up, hears voice, lights cigarette, appears in doorway, dialogue.
Who was it? She says.
Nothing, he says.
Who the fuck was it? She says.
And now she's
End of dialogue.
angry. Exactly, end of dialogue. And now she's angry. She's angry because she knows exactly who it is.
His political masters
His political
calling
masters, that's right, calling him. Just as they have always called him. Very political masters that she hates with every fiber, as it were, of her being. The very men and women that she, Anne, in her youthful idealism, holds responsible for the terminal injustice of this world.
Leaders who in her naive and passionate opinion have destroyed everything she values in the name A of business and B of
A of rationalization and B
in the name A of so-called individualism and B of so-called choice.
Ingredients, in other words, of a
whole exacting tragedy unfold before our eyes in Paris, Prague, Venice, or Berlin, to name but 4, as the moon, vast and orange, rises over the Renaissance domes, the Baroque palaces, the 19th century zoos and railway stations, and modernist slabs of social housing exemplifying the dictum, form follows function.
Form follows function.
This whole tragedy of love.
This whole tragedy of ideology and love.
She stubs out the cigarette.
She begins to shout.
She begins to beat him with her fists.
She begins to bite him with her teeth.
She begins to kick him with her bare white feet.
She beats and beats.
The exquisite clock, which has survived 2 revolutions and 3 centuries, is now smashed to pieces on the smooth and highly polished parquet as she beats, bites, and kicks.